but it's private and doesn't track your searches.
Ooh, it's working. That's surprising.
Like Chrome, but it blocks cookies and ads around Google and other companies. And
We're going to stay on for a smidge or two. Depends on how it works, but we're going to stay on for a little bit. Because it's almost time for the news, so we're going to stay on here for a while, wait for the news to come on so we can see what the news is saying, but that's about it. I'm not watching some Ben Niles right now. I shouldn't be watching right now, but I thought I'd watch it real quick to see what happens. And that's about it.
I see it's a old farm truck to town. It just didn't feel right now using this old girl for planting. Fair enough. You don't mess with this. Anyway, look what I found. Oh, you got a corn seed. Seed. Yeah, it's crazy. They just left it out for free. It was just on a pallet in a locked shed in a secure location. Weird. Our planters all set up, ready to go. We got our population depth. Everything's moving now and fixed. We're going to throw a bunch of graphite in it this morning and do a little test run on the spot to clean everything up. Do all the rust off all our components.
And you'll see how we're going to do it. Yeah, we're staying for a little bit.
After running some graphite through the planter and testing everything works, we decided we were good to go. So we filled her up with seed and hit the field. Most of it filled her up with seed.
Okay, wow, it's working perfectly for once. So my back feed there, just to double check to make sure things work. So yeah, we'll be on for a little bit. We're going to stay on here for a bit. We're on the PC right now because I want to go on the computer for once. Haven't been on the computer in a while, and I upgraded the computer a little bit by adding the timestamp on here now so I can see it now. So yeah. You guys put stuff, because when I used to do stuff on here, I usually didn't see what time to put it on here, so I put a timestamp on here so I can see you guys ask me stuff. So yeah, put it in the chat. I'll read it. This is not the Omer item. I have to get the power cord to the computer. Yeah.
Halfway done with the first field. Things are going good. We got an Angus in the dust. Might have picked up a rock. Picked up a rock. See the box. We'll get that fixed. Missing whole plate, actually. Well, that's it. The good news is there's still dropping seeds. They're just not in a great trough. Back to the field.
I just had lunch early so we could do this video, which I'm surprised the video is working perfectly. Hello. So yeah, I fixed it, guys. So it will work now. We're now on the PC for once. We haven't been on the PC in a while, so I thought, get the computer to work properly. So now we're on the PC. That means a bigger screen today. So we're going to be on here for a bit.
Make sure everything's still working. This feels way better. And now. They're tricky to find. The hell? Where's the seat? That's not good. I'm not saying anything. Uh-oh. Counterpin's still in. Chain's still on.
So yeah, we're starting for some fun.
I was checking that one when I was digging. Oh, yep, that'll be why. Chain fell off. I think this grass did it when I turned around. I wondered about that when I got to the end here. I thought, yeah. Oh, it might have been grass along that edge, too. I bet we just knocked it off, so we'll do one good walking path. Yeah.
It'll really confuse us on the combine. That's for sure. I can tell you that.
So bad. We'll have to just remember that.
You're a really funny guy. All right, good luck, Will. Why are you doing it like that?
Mook. Good old Mook.
Well, there you have it, folks. Once again, the corn is in. Now it's time for God's turn to bring some rain down and make all this grow, which I'm sure, much like the first year, probably will never happen. And we'll wind up with 30 bushels. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode. Thank you, Angus.
It's time for the news, so yeah, we're just down here for a little bit. Wait for the news to pop up. That's it.
Oliver 77. I really enjoyed this tractor. This thing's really nice, and it ran absolutely flawless start to finish, which we are all about. At this point, Angus and I will be much better than we did last time and prepared to sit until next year. But you don't have to wait that long to see more Junkyard Digs, because we'll be right back next week with another episode. Definitely support the channel. Check out the merch, junkyarddigs.com. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. Well, there's the planting done, but man, we're going to need somewhere to put this next fall, aren't we?
Bold of you to assume this is even going to grow.
That's a good point, actually.
WXMI television.
I mean, I still can't believe, guys, we're almost at 40,000 videos. That's one thing I can't believe we're at. It's about 40,000 videos. And I mean, that's remarkable, guys. All this hard work I have done for the 7.5 years about. It's been like now 7.5 years now. And the past, I mean, 7.5 years later, I mean, I'm doing pretty good still for 7.5 years. Okay, news is starting in 10 minutes, so I'm going to go to channel WMT News Channel 3 and stay on there for a little bit, watch the news, and then do another video, and stay on here for a little bit until the rain actually hits.
And got great savings in coverage. Sounds like an expert outdoorsman to me. When my doctor gave me Breasttreat for my COPD, things changed for me. Breasttreat gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breasttreat won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing
I
problems.
don't like boiled eggs.
Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it.
No, catch bananas up my ass. What?
Thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain.
Yeah, we're back for a smidge. I mean, I'm surprised it's actually working now, using the computer for once. Man, I spent $200 for this sucker, and it finally went back to working, which is surprising. Usually it doesn't work.
Wherever you live in any climate.
That's impressive.
And it's backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER.
So, yeah.
LEAFFilter.com.
1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna find my car.
If you need Carvana, entering plate number, no accidents, right? Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Nope.
Nobody sees me coming. I think she's trying to flirt with you. Medlock is all new. CBS.
Yeah, right. I don't watch Medlock.
Streaming on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Good luck in the showcase, Rowdy Dodge. Hey, George, let's see the first showcase, please.
You got it, Drew. Otis and Martha. This showcase is proof. It could
So yeah, we're gonna be on here for a bit. So yeah.
This little box, jam-packed with style. It's a new designer watch. Converted from an heirloom pocket watch to a one-of-a-kind wristwatch, this timepiece features a gold-plated crown and a leather strap from Nordic Watch Company.
Oh, that's expensive.
Every morning you can enjoy many shots with a mighty taste with this espresso machine.
Ooh, that's about. Here's about two. Oh wow. I don't drink espresso. I drink normal coffee.
This brushed stainless steel espresso machine features 15 adjustable grind settings and a steam function for fast and velvety foam milk creations. 8 accessories are included. From Casa Brews, we've also added 4 espresso cups. And finally, Mini may be its name, but it sure is a huge prize. It's brand new Mini Cooper.
Ooh, that's. I don't like the green though. She wants it. I give it to her.
It's the Mini Cooper S hardtop 2-door signature plus in Ocean Wave Green, featuring a 2-liter engine, 7-speed automatic transmission, front-wheel drive, and
7-speed auto. That's different. Mini Coopers are usually manuals.
interior camera. So it's a designer-
I do not want the. I want the watch. That's all I want to watch in the car. Screw the coffee maker.
It's yours, and the price is right.
Otis, you want to bid on that or pass it on? I'm going to pass it. Passes it on. You say, Martha.
This is the worst spring break ever. That's why we're actually on right now because it's spring break.
$33,333.
$33,333.
All threes? Wow.
Showcase. Take it away, George.
All right, Otis, it's National Poetry Month, and there's no time to waste. So here's a little rhyme for your poetic showcase. First, just a few jumps.
So yeah.
Up your dopamine when you're outside playing on your new trampoline.
That's a couple $100 right there. I wouldn't mind having one of those on my property. Oh, that'd be awesome to have. Having GoPros, jumping around with GoPros in my hand.
Endless backyard fun. One training bag, a pair of hand wraps, and a ladder runner included.
Oh, I could chain those up to the chain rail on my.
Sit still when you learn how to line dance on your trip to Nashville.
Ooh, Nashville. That's not bad. Yeah, he's happy. He's playing. He says he's doing a banjo. I can drive to Nashville. It's only a couple hours from here.
With a prime location near all the iconic music attractions, this charming historic property offers modern and stylish rooms with Art Deco elegance, lofty ceilings, plus 6 vibrant dining and nightlife options. Daily breakfast included. Plus, we've added a line dance lesson for 2.
Ooh, line dancing.
If you love that country music, maybe buy a guitar and put it in the back seat of your brand new car.
A Hyundai. Okay, so we're seeing a Kia, a Mini, and a Hyundai. So we've seen German and 2 Korean cars here.
It's the Hyundai Elantra SE, featuring a 2-liter engine, intelligent variable transmission, front-wheel drive, and alloy wheel locks, plus a cargo tray.
Huh, cargo tray, that's different.
The key trampoline, a country thrill in Nashville, and a full-star car, which will be a delight, but only if
Hey, Drew.
it is right.
Yeah, I want to do something. Can I do this for Drew? Minus the flight tickets, Drew. I'll just drive to Nashville. That's what I do. The Nashville is just straight down from here where I live.
$28,500. Thank you. $28,500.
He might win, but yeah, guys, we're just staying out here for a little bit. So yeah.
Hey, I knew I'd find you here. I know. It's wild. future you. Anyway, I'm a doctor. Figured it out. All that constipation with belly pain that keeps coming back, it's IBS-C. She said Linzess could help you get ahead of it. What do you say? Yes.
Get ahead of your IBS-C with Linzess. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel
I'm just looking up some real quick guys here.
overall abdominal symptoms.
But yeah, we're doing pretty good today, guys. We're doing real
Do
great.
not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking
Cars and
Linzess
beds. I don't
prior
want to
to
watch Cars and beds.
Other side effects include
Okay, see here. I was gonna look up some real quick for the channel.
Relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Iron Work can help
Okay, that video didn't do so well.
Patients who have sensitive
That video did pretty well too.
wider teeth, they have to make a choice, one versus the other.
Okay, that's not bad.
Clinical White provides
So yeah, guys, just double checking some of my channel quick here. In about 4 minutes, news comes out in about 4 minutes from now. We'll watch local news, then do some other things. That's different.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, a new weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. Does it actually work? Visible results in 1 hour and dead weeds in 1 day. Spruce, the new, hard-working,
I still wouldn't-
When you walk
I still wait an hour.
your loved ones will feel at home on center stage, at the school dance, or away from home. Cuddly softness, long-lasting familiar freshness.
I wish I could make some money, but yeah. I'm just doing this for fun.
What's your favorite part of the Kit Kat bar? The chocolate?
The inside.
The wafers?
No, the stuff in between the wafers.
Oh, the in-between stuff.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
And try Kit Kat vanilla.
It doesn't seem that good. So tonight, eat breakfast tomorrow. Eat breakfast tomorrow. Go home, get dressed.
Can you stop that? It's the other.
So tomorrow, I have to get ready. Tomorrow, I have to get my gear around.
You do have to choose what kind of firefighter you're gonna be. All in on firefighter.
Tomorrow, we got stuff to do.
He always finds himself in the hottest part of the fire. Fire Country returns CBS Friday.
So here we go, guys. Let's see who wins. We got a woman and a guy. Let's see who wins it. Guy picked 28. The girl picked all 3. So let's see who wins.
29 years in the Army, right?
Wow.
Trampoline in your showcase. It took to Nashville and a Hyundai Elantra.
See here. The news will be on in about 5 minutes. News will be on in like 2 minutes. So let's see here.
34,570 different subs. 6,000.
Okay, that's not bad.
Martha.
All 3s.
I like your showcase too. Designer watch.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it up real quick, guys, so we can hear the news.
And a Mini Cooper hardtop.
After Drew's done talking, we'll put you guys on. Let you guys hear the news in a minute.
Actual price 40,352 different subs. 7,000.
Oh wow, she's up by $1,000. The Army guy won. Wow, both of them are under. That was surprising. Went up by $1,000. 60 grand almost. He won 60K. Wow.
Thanks for watching the show, everybody.
Okay, guys, turn it up so you guys can hear the news. WWMT News Channel 3 Kalamazoo. It'll be on in about 1 minute. So get ready for that, guys. So we're going to be going to Channel 3 in a minute, guys. You guys will see Channel 3. You guys will be hearing from Channel. You'll be hearing Channel 3 in a minute.
This is George Gray speaking more of Price is Right. A Fremantle production.
CBS Daytime is soapier.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
New CBS weekdays.
I don't know what's going to happen next. They face a shocking Amazing Race first.
The Amazing Race is all new. CBS tonight after Survivor.
Not watching it. The race is not supposed to be on Sunday.
The game is about to change. This is where the game starts.
Jeff, you are not messing around.
Let's go!
Survivor is all new CBS tonight, 8/7 Central, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Anything with Elton John and Brandy Carlisle. CBS Sunday and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Torrential rain.
So here we go, guys. About the severe weather.
Spring weather brings severe storms, but the weather alert.
Come on, Channel 3, show us the weather report so my people can hear
Keep you
this.
safe and protect your family. Watch the new Channel 3 Storm Warning Special Saturday morning at 7:30.
I might watch that. I might watch it, might not.
Our lawyers have over 600 years of collective experience. More experience means more money and more wins for our clients. Our experience pays. 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Yeah, I'll do more restars later on this week.
Hot Tub and Swing Spa sale. Up to $3,000 off select hot tubs. Up to $5,000 off select swing spas. Don't miss the sale of the season happening now. The region's largest selection. Millions of dollars of inventory. Immediate delivery of select floor models. Instant financing available. The Hot Tub and Swing Spa blowout sale Friday through Sunday at Kellogg Arena in Battle Creek. Presented by Master Spas of West Michigan. Call 616-475-7770.
Our family treats every call like it's someone's friend, family, or loved one.
When you call, we listen. We get started on your case.
And you don't pay until we win. That's the Bernstein advantage.
Stay ahead of the weather. Download the news.
Phone's charged, tablet has a charge, so we're good. Weather alert day.
Thank you for joining us on News Channel 3 live at noon on this weather alert day. I'm Julie Williams, and we know that right now thousands of people still don't have power from the storms that we got Sunday night, and we could have more storms on the way today. We want to take a live look at the Consumers Energy.
It's not me.
It's a lot clearer than it was at the start of the week, but right now about 62,000 people who use Consumers still don't have power. Now, Consumer says they're still trying to get the power back on. They were out this morning in the rain. We also had thunder and lightning this morning, so that probably made your drive into work pretty wet. There was a lot of rain. Things have calmed down, at least for now. We want to take a live look over downtown Kalamazoo. It's still pretty gray out there, and it looks like we've still got some rain falling. So we'll turn things over to...
It's right now 37 degrees outside.
Who's keeping an eye on things for us. Good afternoon, Will.
Yeah, good afternoon, Julie. And as we've been messaging all morning, it's really the early storms that we're not overly concerned with. It's more the later afternoon and evening that if we see these stronger storms, that's when they would occur. So while some of these storms this morning have certainly been loud, producing some loud rumbles of thunder and flashes of lightning, they're not overly concerning just yet. And we'll explain that momentarily. Temperatures are still right now at this hour in the middle to upper 30s. We're seeing widespread rain and heavy at times, but we still are continuing our weather alert day for the threat of damaging thunderstorms after about 4 p.m., I think. As we look at live Doppler radar, you can see there's still a good amount of rain, little clusters of lightning as well moving through, and there's more of that off to the southwest. So we're going to continue to see these thunderstorms training on one another. In fact, if anything, in the next couple hours, you'll just have to watch for some low-lying areas where we might have some minor flooding, especially places near urban areas where there's poor drainage. The reason why our storms so far, though, haven't really packed much of a punch is because they're elevated. What does that mean? Basically, we have warmer air riding over those 30s near the surface, so cold air below. Typically, an elevated thunderstorm, what that means is just that updraft. It's a little bit more elevated in the atmosphere than what we would consider on a warm, sunny day. Typically, these don't usually pose a threat of tornadoes or wind, but they can sometimes produce hail. We have seen some very small hail reports so far, but nothing significant, and that's why we haven't had any warnings just yet. Now, as the warm air continues to kind of override that colder air near the surface, you see the temps kind of spike into the 50s and 60s, closer to about the evening rush hour. It's really in that time frame that we're going to watch for some possible strong to severe storms, that threat possibly continuing as late as about 11 p.m. to midnight. So that's the window of opportunity that we're dealing with.
So 4 o'clock.
The severe weather outlook hasn't changed just yet. We're going to do an update by the
low risk of tornado.
this half hour. We'll see if these risks go down at all. I think there could be a downward trend slightly due to the widespread nature of the rain, and it looks to kind of stick around, which could limit overall.
We have flooding already. Wind, so around 4 o'clock to midnight.
Out, though, are possible redeveloping storms later today coming up in minutes. Julie.
You will. And folks, to stay up to date on any alerts, watches, or warnings that we might get tonight, you can download our free weather app. Right now, you can scan the QR code that's on your screen, and that'll help you do that. Or you can also use the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Well, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist plans to visit northern Michigan this week. He says that way he'll be able to see the damage from the ice storms that they got. Governor Whitmer declared a state of emergency for 10 counties up north. Now, this afternoon, Garland Gilchrist says, quote, "We are releasing every resource that is necessary to make sure that the local officials have what they need to keep people safe." He goes on to say, quote, "The state emergency declaration is just the state of Michigan saying, whatever you need, we will deliver," end quote.
$1 million.
4 police officers on the east side of the state helped rescue several people from a house fire. It happened yesterday morning in Farmington Hills, which isn't far from Detroit. Police say there were 8 people in the house, including a baby, and we have body cam footage of this rescue. They say that some of the people who were inside were unconscious when officers pulled them out, and they were dealing with a lot of black smoke.
They realized there were people trapped inside of a residence that was burning, and with no care for their own safety, they went in and started searching.
4 of the adults who were inside had to be taken to the hospital. We're told they're on ventilators and are listed as being in serious condition. 2 kids were also taken to the hospital, and so were all 4 police officers. Their department says if it wasn't for their bravery, multiple people would have died. Well, health officials in Kent County say they have a measles case in the Grand Rapids area, and this is the 2nd case in Michigan this year. Health officials tell us the person is an adult who had traveled outside of the country. Now, the first case that we had in Michigan was over on the east side, and health officials say that person was also an adult who had traveled outside of the U.S. Again, we are now keeping an eye on a case in Kent County. In total in the U.S., there are more than 500 measles cases right now. Most of them are in Texas. They have more than 400 cases. This is the first confirmed measles case in Kent County, again, the Grand Rapids area, since 2013, so more than 10 years. We've also learned this afternoon the prosecutor won't be removed from Jennifer Crumbley's case. She's the mom of the Oxford High School shooter, and her lawyers had wanted the prosecutor to be removed because they say she spent thousands of dollars on a smear campaign against Jennifer. Now, the prosecutor is named Karen McDonald, and this afternoon she says, quote, "This ruling underscores our commitment to the fight for justice on behalf of the Oxford victims. The court showed it has no tolerance for the defense's misuse of the legal process, and they've been appropriately sanctioned." She goes on to say, quote, "Let's be clear about what this case is really about. If not for Jennifer Crumbley's actions, Madison, Tate, Hannah, and Justin would still be here. I will never stop fighting for them," end quote. We do have an update about the apartment building that exploded in Detroit. Investigators now say it was because of a gas leak somewhere on the first floor. It happened over the weekend, and 12 people were hurt. 3 people are still in critical condition, including a 3-year-old girl. Crews are tearing down the rest of the building. It was deemed unsafe after that explosion. Well, the chief assistant prosecuting attorney says Calhoun County is 2nd in the state when it comes to violent crime per capita. And they say it's crucial that crime survivors know about the resources that they have. Damara West is a survivor and an advocate, and she said she questioned the validity of her assault and knows about a lot of other survivors do too. One report says only half of violent crimes were reported to police in 2023.
I want something to do.
A lot of people don't
I want to make some.
about the resources that
I especially sold. I don't want to talk about that. That's an older video, but yeah.
Sexual assault, intimate partner violence, and domestic violence cases. And then they say there are resources available.
I'm gonna make some love tonight with Tiff. I'll make some love.
They had a first of its kind event to get those resources and that information directly to survivors.
Even though Calhoun County is a middle-sized county in the state of Michigan, we have bigger city issues. We have currently we have 17 open homicide cases.
You're right.
Jim Jordan, he's the chief assistant prosecuting attorney for Calhoun County, which covers the Battle Creek area. He said 20% of murder and homicide victims are linked to previous domestic violence.
We get the glove out. You're gonna love me, won't you?
Early can be a matter of
Should I get the glove out?
no matter how
You'll love me to get the glove out.
we can always seek the support and we're worthy of getting it. Crime Victims Week is coming up, and there are local events that'll go over this information that's available. We do have more information and more of those resources listed on our website, wwmt.com. Well, the Better Business Bureau of Michigan is now one of the biggest Better Business Bureaus in North America.
Okay, I've known this.
The BBB of Eastern Michigan and the UP just merged with the BBB of West Michigan. They say they'll be able to serve 10 million Michiganders.
That's enough of that. Let's go to the Weather Channel. No.
Offices in Grand Rapids and Detroit. Well, this afternoon, we're keeping an eye on the White House, where President Trump is expected to announce new tariffs soon. And coming up, we'll hear from economists on what they could mean for us. And Tesla sales are on the decline so far this year. We'll tell you which
I know why.
automaker is quickly gaining ground on them.
Heavy rain and thunderstorms continue in West Michigan, where it's 39 degrees and Coldwater can see the rain continuing there. Temperatures eventually, by the late afternoon and evening, especially farther south, do creep into the low 60s. It's that nose of warmer air that brings the threat of possible severe storms. We'll talk timing coming up.
Start at SG1.
I'm hosting the show now. I need to ask you something.
Comedian Whitney Cummings. Plus the stars of the Stranger Things Broadway show.
Today at 3 on News Channel 3.
Next, Dr. Cole, your teen is a nightmare. But his mom and dad, they are great parents who need a wake-up call.
If you are such good parents, why is this in such a bad spot? Today at 4 on News Channel 3.
Insurance companies don't like us, and frankly, we don't like them. They don't care about you, but we make them care. 6 million, 10 million, 18 million, and that was just last month. Fire law, all we do.
Wow, he's dead, and they're doing his show still. Wow.
Every year, without fail, costs our office for leaky roofs increase substantially in the spring. Hey, it's Victor, the owner of Victor's Home Solutions. Looks like we're in for another wet spring here in West Michigan. Roofs that have been compromised by the strong winter will leak when the spring winds get here. Don't
18.
wait. Call us today before the spring rush hits and schedule a free 21-point roof inspection. Our roofing experts are trained as far away that will turn into a leaky roof come spring. If we do find areas that need attention, usually an inexpensive repair will keep your roof back in shape. But if it is time for a new roof, we have you covered.
That's an old season.
Repair guarantee that we offer on every roof that we install. Right now, you can save $500 plus get special no interest financing until 2030. And if you call before the end of this program, we'll double the discount to $1,000. Call.
Oh, wow, that's an old one.
21-point roof inspection today.
Get an 11% rebate on your standing.
Browse the episode.
Provide exceptional color to your standing.
I like to watch the episode.
Color series. It offers rich color with just one coat. Get a quart for only $13.33 after rebate. Midwax poly.
Major Tom.
Crystal clear finish that provides maximum durability. Also, in just a single coat, a quart is $23.99 after 11% rebate.
Henry Danger. Channel 47.
If your car is hit by a semi-truck, you don't
ER. Supernatural. There's nothing on right now. I'm looking. Days of Our Lives. Dalato Salata. Gunsmoke.
Thank you for turning to News Channel 3 at noon.
Ooh, PBS. They still do kids shows on PBS Morning and PBS.
President Trump is expected to unveil new tariffs this
Oh, until 1:30, then they do something else.
to go into effect immediately.
Oh, this is WGVU.
Stocks climbed higher ahead of the move, but some economists say they're already concerned. Natalie Brandt has the latest.
The Trump administration has billed today
Ooh, Lions.
important in modern history as the president prepares to unveil his plan for reciprocal tariffs.
I haven't seen PBS in years. I haven't watched PBS in years.
US goods.
I'm curious.
While the administration has said the tariffs will generate hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue entering
Arthur.
the United States, economists say it will take time.
Odd Squad. Wildcrats. Amy's World.
All right, we're having
Lollipop.
I do apologize, but we'll keep moving here. A new
Don't know who that is.
Tesla sales are-
Daniel Terrible's Neighborhood.
It also says a Chinese electric car maker sales went up 60% this year. They're called BYD.
Sesame Street.
They sold more than 1 million cars just this year.
Oh,
They
wow.
sold more than, again, 1 million cars just in the first
Season 55, a new episode.
Electric car sales are up about 40% just for BYD.
Hunky dory.
Made $107 billion last year, according to this new report. It says Tesla made about $97 billion, so about $10 billion less. President Trump says he plans to hold a meeting today about possible investors who might buy TikTok. They're still owned by their Chinese parent company. They have to sell TikTok by Saturday, or it could be banned in the U.S. again. The Associated Press says a software company called Oracle might buy it. President Trump has said he wants TikTok to stay active in the U.S., so we'll keep an eye on how that meeting goes for you, too. Well, Secretary of State Marco Rubio is headed to Belgium tomorrow to meet with NATO. Experts say member countries will probably ask him about the future of the U.S. with NATO. They say some European countries are worried that we'll withdraw. President Trump has criticized NATO for their lack of military spending. Some experts also say they're worried about the tariffs on Canada. Canada is a member nation of NATO. Judge Susan Crawford won
got a message from
the
me.
Supreme Court, and she's liberal-leaning. So
It hurts a little
the Supreme
shit.
Court will also stay liberal-leaning.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Wisconsin. I am forever grateful. Thank you.
Got an email from YouTube, so let me read this real quick and I'll
There's an attack on
finish.
democracy right now. Her opponent was backed by Elon Musk, and President Trump had also endorsed him. Experts say this is one of the first tests about how people feel about President Trump being back in office. There was also a special election in Florida yesterday where a Republican named Randy Fine won Mike Waltz's congressional seat. Waltz left because he's now serving as President Trump's national security advisor. Val Kilmer died. He was an actor. He was in Top Gun, and he also.
Okay, guys, nothing important. Just YouTube crap.
His daughter says he died of pneumonia yesterday. Now, he had been diagnosed with throat cancer in 2014, but he recovered from that. His last movie was Top Gun Maverick. That came out 2 years ago in 2023.
Wow.
He reprised his role from the first Top Gun. Val Kilmer was 65 years old.
More weather.
Another great gone. Too bad. All right. Our weather alert day continues here in West Michigan late this afternoon and into the evening. That's really the prime time where we could see just a few strong to severe storms. This was the outlook released from the Storm Prediction Center. That's a national forecasting branch of the National Weather Service. Somewhat rare, actually, to see that level of risk down across portions
Memphis
of
pink.
Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, Boot Heel, and Southern Illinois. It's a high risk for severe weather. For us, it's something called an enhanced risk, a risk category 3 of 5. I mentioned this towards the top of the hour. We'll get an updated outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. They basically refresh this a few times a day. I think it's pretty likely that we may see the risk threshold come down slightly based on some of the latest model guidance. That being said, I don't want you to let your guard down completely. It's just that the nose of warmer air may not arrive in time where we see much in the way of widespread severe weather. I think it could be a little bit more localized and mainly confined, as I see it, to the southern couple tiers of counties, perhaps. So we'll have that hope.
41 right now here in Three Rivers.
It's really good temperatures. We're in the middle to upper 30s, and that's what's limiting our overall storm threats right now. We have storms, but again, they're elevated higher up in the atmosphere, and this colder air almost acts as a shield to protect us somewhat from damaging winds or certainly tornadoes. As we look at live Doppler, still a good amount of lightning, and it's also that cold air situated below the warmer air aloft. That's why some of these rumbles of thunder are very loud and kind of linger. That's an inversion kind of trapping those sound waves. But you can see
We're standing for a little bit longer. We're going to get off in a little bit.
good amount right now along I-94 and more off to the southwest. So we're going to continue to see these training thunderstorms. We're already nearing an inch of rain in Kalamazoo, not quite that in Grand Rapids, but still about 3/4 of an inch. Benton Harbor has already surpassed 1 inch of rain. So if there was any threat, if you will, in the next couple hours, road ponding, maybe some poor drainage areas, especially in low-lying spots, you may encounter some road ponding and puddles, things of that nature, some minor flooding in the next few hours as more heavy rain is forecast the next several hours. It's not until, again, the late afternoon where we're going to have to really watch these storms as warm air continues to lift in. That's going to erode that really cold air near the surface. You can see temperatures closer to about 6 o'clock in those 60s across that southern couple tiers of counties, even into, I would say, Allegan, Berry, and Eaton counties as well. So these areas of orange, they're going to tap into not only that warmth, but a good amount of shear, turning of the winds in the atmosphere and a change of wind speed with height. That's what organizes severe thunderstorms. So those are the ones we're going to have to watch very closely It's a very conditional day, though, meaning you may not see a whole lot of severe weather, but if we do see some storms, they're going to be in an environment where they could really, I think, strengthen very quickly. So the biggest kicker here is going to be the instability, whether or not we see any sort of peaks of clearing. Even without necessarily true sunshine, we could still get a little instability, though. The shear, though, is what really caught our attention even days ago, just the fact that we have extreme levels of shear. Here's that instability, that rising motion in the atmosphere trying to creep its way in closer to about 5, 6 in the evening. So that's something we're going to watch, but you can notice it really hugs that Michigan-Indiana line through about 8, 9 o'clock. Let's take a quick peek outside and check out Battle Creek. You can see soggy down there in the downtown and some low-hanging clouds at that. Here's a quick peek at your 7-day forecast. Good news is if we do see any stronger storms, we have good days on the way. The next couple days, good days to recover, that is, with temps in the 50s, and we should be mainly dry before another widespread round of rain late Friday into the first part of Saturday. Julie.
All right, thank you, Will. Well, folks, she's done it again. Coming up, we'll tell you all about Valley Park.
Okay, guys. We're gonna get out, guys. We're done now.
The forecast says we're in for a wet spring here in West Michigan. Combine that with the harsh winter we just had, and a